Perfect. About half of me is a great thing. How have you been, Tobias?
Oh, not too bad. I mean, go test out whether or not it actually streams. Last time it only streamed half the meeting. Technical difficulties.
What did you do, a city council meeting?
Yeah. Was our
How goes the battle, Butch?
I'm still enjoying
Yeah, they're good for you.
and having fun.
Good for you.
That show you how boring my life was before.
You too?
You know, I'm not sick. I just lost my voice. It's like this is the best I've sounded in a week.
I've kind of been in and out for 2 months like that.
Wow, it's working.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Well, this is exciting stuff.
going live.
Just tell me if I need to slide a little
Tobias
further
has
this
to do
way.
the introduction live from Crooks, South Dakota. It's-
You know, have a little band here. A little couch for guests, visitors.
Yeah, where's the house band?
Pardon me?
Where's the house band?
I don't know. That's just it. We need to shore it all up next meeting.
Make it happen.
I'll see who works for Wheel Chief.
Oh, so right now we just,
Yeah, you just
is
type
that
in.
picture I'm seeing?
Yeah, a little delayed. We have to do age restrictions.
Two
something like
watching,
that.
it says, so somebody decided.
Yeah. Yeah, my phone on the office is watching.
So, is that delayed so we can edit out any curse words?
Yeah, and then also we can hold any inappropriate comments. So, yeah, this is actually working a lot better than city council because.
Yeah, so you're live on YouTube.
Yeah,
I bet it goes viral.
yeah,
Definitely.
Just stay home and watched it.
yeah.
We know that's gonna happen. We're going to.
Next time.
But, oh, well, before I forget, you want to come to the CDC meeting this Friday?
It's good that on the days you going live.
I got Friday off, so
Yeah. Catch up on that.
Yeah, I work.
today, so I ended up Friday. I can drink too. That way I can drink too.
Yeah, I'll be here about 11 and then go from here down. Catch you up on it. I can hear Tobias whistling all the way from in there.
Think you're really there, huh?
I better turn the volume down. Oh, it's
You're really later.
Heard from Chad. Coming, you know?
Should be.
I sent her a text, I guess we're maybe a couple minutes late, but we'll be there.
sure you don't want to. No.
So we don't want any trouble out there.
No, no, I don't want them walking in the road.
Right.
You gotta look your makeup
One
on.
in here. And two in there. That's what I was cleaning. The last day of the meeting.
gonna say, you found a spot that's not on the camera.
On the blind spot over here.
All right, I've got 7 o'clock, so I will call the meeting to order. Start with roll.
Langlois.
Here.
Carlson. Here. Harstad.
Here.
Nelson. Here. Moeller has notified us he will be late.
All right, let's start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Start with the motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of approving the printed agenda signify by saying aye.
All right.
Opposed, the same. Agenda is approved. Next, we'll look at the minutes from January 21, our normal monthly business meeting from January. I take a motion to approve those.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor of approving minutes from January 21, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right.
Opposed, the same. Minutes are approved. Claims. Take a motion to approve the February claims.
I'll move.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Nothing on there out of the ordinary. The $204 for legal fees, that was for the purchase agreement and so forth with the West Avenue property, just so you know. All in favor of approving the February 2020 claims, signify by saying aye.
All right.
Opposed, the same. Claims are approved. Rest of the financials. Not a lot happening right now. Take a motion to approve the January financials.
Motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any comments, questions? Toby?
Yeah, so the only thing I'm gonna say is, good, so when you see it in your net position, you know how your net investments in capital assets was always negative. It's positive now, which means that your assets are worth more than that you're holding. Now that came with a large equity adjustment, because that was the only offsetting account. So that's where it used to be at 800,000, now it's at 413. I confirmed with the auditors. But it was nice to see that change. I'll tell you that. That was a really good thing to see, because now you can say, oh, this, what we have here is worth more than the debt that we hold. So overall, pretty unexciting. I think hopefully once the lot revenue, or once lots are being sold and closed on, that should be a vast improvement. and that should hopefully start soon.
Any other discussion? All in favor of approving the financial signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, the same. The motion carries. Open comments. Somebody got anything tonight? Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor.
I would like you to visit about it maybe for next meeting, but I mentioned once on the city water and sewer hookup, that's $2,500. I know other developers, when you buy the lot, you've got nothing to do with that as a developer. When they do their house building and city thing, they hook up, but you guys are putting it in. I think you guys should change for the whatever lots aren't sold, but on 10 lots, that's 25,000, and you got 28 lots left to sell, but it's just that much more. You're still priced fair by keeping that money, and just, that's the price of the lot, so I just bring that up to think about that. I think for this year, you could keep that money.
Anybody else? Moving right along. New business. Let's see, that would be this one here. I have our paperwork filled out to start the process of rezoning the 105 West Avenue property. Toby, can I show this map around if we don't have it, if we didn't have it out here?
Yeah, maybe show it around.
Okay, they've got their layout. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's the site plan for the daycare center. Just a sketch drawing, but we need to proceed with rezoning that. It's R1, we need to go general business with it, so like I said, I've got the paperwork filled out, we just need to approve moving forward with that. Anybody want to make a motion?
I would be happy to make a motion to move forward with rezoning that property.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? None? Okay, all in favor of proceeding with the rezoning application for 105 West Avenue, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Shall proceed. Next item on the list, I received an email from Chad Rezak, our city operations manager, asking, since we provided the funding for the existing lights on the trail that was put in, they're going to be, I'm not sure, how's that going to work? It'll go out for bid later this summer and probably not go in until 21?
Yeah, it's out for 2020,
Okay.
so yeah, it'd probably be later this fall or late summer, so the project wouldn't be till 2021.
Okay. So Chad asked if I would bring it up, if we would consider providing funding for the lighting of that second phase of the trail.
Any idea how much? These 70 include, or?
What we spent about 30.
30.
I'd say we're just short of 35, I
Yeah,
think, for what we
35.
committed, what we've done so far.
Now, I will say that, just as an add to that, that there is no, like banners and stuff is already bought for to stretch through the next, I don't know how many poles it is. This one was
13.
13 or, yeah, 13 poles, yeah, 7 and 6. But I'm not involved in the layout, I've just worked on the lighting.
thought it'd be to maybe table it until closer to, because we don't know where we'll be financially at that time. I don't wanna strap us right now, because we kinda got that new development going, we need to watch what we spend.
Okay, anybody else got a comment?
I'd like to see it move forward. We started it, and it's on Main Street. Well, west through town.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have to figure out what our position's gonna be first, so we can table it a little while here. It's not
Got a
done
couple of
yet,
years
so.
anyway, so.
Yeah.
Other item on the list, we discussed last month, the conundrum that we found ourselves in with, 401 West Sixth. That's, lot, if you look at your map, that's, block 7, lot 8, the house that was moved in there. After discussion with planning and zoning and other city staff, we decided that the best route would be to have them, to move forward with a variance request for that property, to basically allow that as a one-time deal, so that we kind of have our bases covered. I have tried, in the last 2 weeks, I have tried about a dozen times to catch someone there, and I've only talked to the contractor, who kind of has been a roadblock to getting to the homeowner. And I've left a couple messages for the Murphys and not gotten any response back. And I'm kind of out of time. Is there anyone else on the board that would like to pursue? We have that variance scheduled on the planning and zoning agenda for Monday. I have all the paperwork filled out. All they have to do is sign it. And then we can go ahead and get them, go through with the variance, but, I just haven't been able to get in contact with them. I don't know what to do.
I'll send a text to Evan and I'll, see if is the meeting Monday, you said?
Yes.
They don't even have to show up to it, they just have
We just need to
We
sign
just need
it.
the signed application for it is what we need. I've got it all filled out, ready to go.
Yeah, I can get a hold of him. I mean, it would be, and just tell him that he needs to get a hold of you. Is that what you want him to do, so he can sign that, so they
That'd
can
be
move
just
on?
fine.
Okay. I'll get a hold of him and his brother. I can find it out.
All right. That's all I had for new business. Old business, just wanted to go on an update on reserved lots. After discussion last month, I did meet with Ray Schmidt, who has several lots reserved. You can see by the updated map you have, he did take his reserve status off of Block 2, Lot 16, and we can do the same thing with Lot 15. He did want to take his reserve money and move that over. He had Lot 10, 11, and 12 on Block 9 reserve, and wanted to add Lot number 9 to that reserve. So I said I think we would be okay with doing that. He is ready to close on lots 10, 11, and 12. We're working on replatting those for his villa-style construction that he wants to do there. So I got drawings and everything from him last night. DGR is working on a new or revised plat map to show those. And we will get that in front of planning and zoning on Monday as well. So what will basically happen is the four lots that he's got there will be relined and be enough for 6 of his villas. And the reason that he needs a variance on those is because in our zoning plan currently, minimum lot size is 9,600 square feet, and these come in at 9,500 and basically 9,520, or 9,590 on a couple of them. So he's just a couple of feet short for his minimum square footage. And then also it has a requirement in there that the lot be a minimum of 80 feet wide. And these would be down around 70. So he'd be looking for a variance on those two things. So I'll have that to planning and zoning on Monday as well. But Scott has seen his plans. They look good. It's still going to be a 1,700 square foot house with a 3-stall garage on it. I mean, and as long as he can progress with those, his plan would be to keep working west down 4th Street as long as he can. To get as many of those in there as possible and make a really, really nice HOA out of it. They will all be slab on grade, so kind of, like I said, Jeff's been on this since day one with me. That's kind of what we've always envisioned for that property. So the beauty thing is, he would start at the corner, obviously, where lot 12 is right now. He would start there, and basically as soon as the ground thaws, or as soon as we have all our paperwork in order, to get moving. So not only will we have some blacktop coming in on 4th Street there, but new construction starting right there. I think that's a big win for all of us. So, and then on top of that, yesterday we got a reserve on Block 6, Lot 56, that backs to the park. So that's in there, and yeah.
I just have one question.
Yes, sir.
Did I not hear you correctly that he's closing on 10, 11, and 12, or 9, 10, 11, and 12?
He's gonna close on 10, 11, and 12, which actually, once the plat map is fixed, it'll be a little different than that. And then he's going to reserve Block 9. The way his financing is working, that he can basically hold 3 at a time.
Okay, all right.
So as soon as one gets sold, then he'll just keep bumping down.
And the plan is for him to be closed on those.
As soon as we have a legal description that works.
Yeah,
which-
so just so you guys understand, so planning and zoning, so I'm the approving official for the variance. I'm gonna, for transparency purposes, I'm gonna push it through planning and zoning, so they're aware. The actual hearing will be at city council, so you've got a little bit of time, but by the time city council approves or disapproves the variance, it needs to be, whoever owns the land needs to be on that application, so it gives you some time there.
Yeah, and he's ready to close on them just as soon as we pull the trigger.
I just
so.
didn't want to show up to the
Yep.
hearing and then have a stumbling block in there and have to push another month.
You have until Wednesday at 12 to figure that out, so tomorrow at 12. If that's when the notice is going to the paper, it's this week Friday.
But by the time the variance is approved, he needs to be the owner.
He's applying for the hearing.
Correct.
So does the variance goes to the title holder versus to the land?
Goes towards the land, but I want to make sure we have the right applicant on the hearing notice.
Yeah, by the time
Does
it's
but
considered.
if we couldn't get it closed in that amount of time, which we may not be able to, would the variance transfers with ownership, does it not?
The person that owns the property is the one that's applying for the
Right,
variance.
so if CHRC applied for it, if we can't get it closed in time, then our name goes on the application versus R&S Construction.
So,
And then we pass it after, I mean, can it work that way or not? I'm asking, I don't know.
so that's, we need to have a conversation, because I don't have the understanding that when the legal notice is just for a hearing.
That's what I'm saying.
What
I'll have to look at code
what has to
by
go
line,
in the
because I don't
notice?
wanna just take a word.
Well, the property address, but also who's the applicant, right? We usually put that on there. Right now, it's Ray.
Yep, so he will be. the
Well, but
applicant, so once it's
it
considered-
wouldn't have to be Ray, though. I have all the paperwork filled out too, trying to figure out what's the way to do that.
Well, that's what Scott's getting at. Who's gonna have title of that land?
Well, by the time it's ready to build on it, Ray will.
Okay.
But
But for the hearing, when the hearing is scheduled, which is 2 weeks out, March
I
9th.
would, we may be able to get a closing scheduled. I don't know.
Okay.
That's all up to
Well,
back.
Right, I mean, the question is, you wanna play it safe, and you guys just wanna do it, schedule it after the ninth? That way you don't have
Because if we
hiccup.
get the variance, and that's
Yeah.
not the property, the
Yeah,
variance
and
will
it
go with the
sticks.
sale.
Yeah, and it sticks with the.
And that's what I had originally recommended to him. He thought he would be closed in time for the application, that his name being on it would be safe, but in talking to you guys, it doesn't appear to be that way. It doesn't really matter. Whoever owns the land at the time of the hearing, that's whose name needs to be on.
Sure. Okay.
So, and it really
So
doesn't
what,
matter.
I mean, to play it safe, I think we need to do it as ours, and then the variance transfers when we transfer the
That's
deed.
fine.
Yeah, okay. I'll work it out with Wade, but.
Yeah, in all honesty, he was just trying not to create a hardship
I know,
on you guys.
I know.
So, and that's what it became. He was
Sometimes
trying
it
to-
looks worse than.
He was trying to be cordial, so whatever makes it work, let's just make it work.
Right, okay.
Well, we're pretty excited that somebody bought 3 lots.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Mark, you got anything to add?
Besides yesterday, getting that one sold, I have 4 others actively working with their builders, trying to pick a lot up, so,
Excellent,
all good.
excellent.
So lot 15, block 2 is available,
Yes,
and lot 17 is, or.
lot
under
17
contract.
is sold.
Right, okay.
It says reserved, but it is sold.
So is there anything that we need to do with those other lots?
We need to list them.
Okay.
They weren't part of the original listing agreement because we had them reserved
Yeah.
already. So we need to get those added to the listing. That's what been trying to get with you for the last
I know.
week, and I just haven't been around. So
Is it a walkout lot?
I believe those two, both of those can
But consult your builder to make.
be. Yeah, Jesus.
Consult your builder.
What's
They,
that?
they should be, but consult.
Yeah, they should be, but,
Consult your builder to make sure.
yeah, shoot your own elevations and make that
Just don't go
your
up there and go,
decision.
yeah.
They should be.
Okay, I just had did you, Jeff, get a chance to touch it all with, DGR?
I did.
Okay,
Yeah, I had a conversation with Jesse Morris, who's the PE that's sort of in charge of our Crooks things. We had a good visit about making sure that we get a real proposal with all the numbers and all the different duties and all the different phases and all the different jobs that need to be done, so that we aren't just approving things and getting a bill. So he was very happy to hear that.
Good.
So we're working on a good proposal with all the nuts and bolts for us over here in Schoenfelder's Land.
good. I spoke with Jesse this morning, just regarding the replatting, process and everything. And, he said they're very, very busy right now, but he said he would get somebody on that and should have me a new, drawing by Thursday, he thought, so.
I did tell him on the Schoenfelder property that, single point of contact, and I was gonna take care of that one.
Excellent.
So,
Excellent.
kind of keep things out of your hair for a while.
I appreciate it. Anybody anything else? That covers the agenda.
Can I bring up one more thing? I just want
Yes,
to
sir.
clarify, and I forgot to mention when you talked about the West Ave property.
Yes.
You're gonna rezone to general business.
Yes.
We originally, well, not originally, lately, we had talked about possibly replatting that into one lot instead of the two.
Mm-hmm.
And is your application going to be GB for both lots?
The legal description of that does not actually split it. There's no second legal description of that little add-on piece. If you go to county GIS, it shows a line there, but when you click on it, it has the whole property. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would just double check that because I would hate to rezone one, the actual legal
Right.
two lots and have one GB and the other one residential, and then if you intend to go GB on both. So, and actually it would clean it up good for them if it was one.
Right.
I mean, it's up to you guys ultimately, but,
Like I
for
said,
the
the-
application, if you go GB on one,
The whole thing sits as, the legal description is Lot 3A, Block 1, except the north 90 feet thereof. So that's, the north 90 feet is that second lot that he's got on the corner there. And that, like I said, when we drew up the purchase agreement, who's the attorney? Patrick, he went down to the courthouse because he said it was really confusing. And he said at the courthouse, that was the only description for it. So I don't know if that legal description is supposed to encompass the whole thing, or if that little chunk never actually was separated off and it's just one parcel.
So I'm wondering how was it taxed?
It's not taxed at all right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, but when it was, when it had the house.
Well, and like I said, when you look at it on GIS, it shows.
They tax, actually, they tax you for two different parcels.
So the county
Not
has
things.
these too.
Really?
Yeah.
Do a little research, make sure.
Because like I said, GIS doesn't show it that way. Planning and zoning doesn't show it that way.
So GIS is actually, GIS kind of caused a huge headache last year because the legal wasn't updated, it had wrong
Yeah, it
ownership
wasn't
on
current.
it. Yeah, so,
So how's it titled?
Right now, it's titled the CHRC.
That's two separate. And do you own both or you only own one?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just do a, I mean, it's because, yeah, GIS has not been reliable,
Okay,
so, something.
all right, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Meeting adjourned.
Yeah.